What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my 100% walkthrough of Dark Souls Remastered. So here we are in Blighttown. We made it basically all the way through the level. We're gonna keep things as they are equipment-wise for the time being, because we are about to fight a boss. Once we get through the swampy area, we are going to tweak things up a bit just to optimize ourselves for the boss fight. But for now, we just got to run straight through here. We do have the rusty iron ring equipped so that we have free movement in the swamp. So these three guys with the boulders, we are going to completely ignore them. Just run past them and try to strafe to sort of strafe to dodge the boulder throws. So this is a giant spider mound that we have reached. We want to go through this little opening here because it will allow us to be out of range of those guys throwing boulders. So stick right here, and we're gonna kind of rearrange our equipment a bit. We don't need these anymore, so I'm gonna take them off. Let's see, let's put the grass crest shield back on. We're going to use the Zweihander for this fight. And then let's use a regular purple moss clump to heal the poison that we have going right now. With the Zweihander, we do have to two-hand it, and we are going to use the heal spell to top off our health. And for rings, we are going to take the rusty iron ring off and put Havel's ring back on. I think we're going to be just overburdened to have our fast roll. Yeah, I think that's medium roll still. Yeah, we are just barely overburdened to have the fast roll, but we'll get that with a couple more levels in endurance, no problem. So do not attack these guys. It's actually more trouble than it's worth. They split open, and then they have like these slugs that come out, and they're a pain. So here you can summon Maneater Mildred. It's more, you know, I like to solo bosses myself. I just get more satisfaction out of it that way, and of course that increases the boss's health, but you can summon at your leisure if you should so choose. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the gold pine resin before I walk through the fog, just so it's ready to go. This is Quelaag, one of the daughters of chaos. So, she isn't too bad. The best way to fight her is honestly to be up right close to her. She will try to hit you with her sword, but if you're right next to the spider's head, most of her sword attacks are going to actually miss you. So you see, I didn't even dodge that second attack, and I didn't dodge that attack, but yet I'm still not taking damage. There is a move where she'll get on her hind legs and try to stomp you. That move can be very powerful. She will try to spit lava. There's a point where she'll like reach forward and try to embrace the head of the spider. When she does that, that's her AoE attack, and you want to be away from her when she does that because that AoE is very powerful. So as I said, stick close to the spider's head, and you'll be in general out of range from most of her sword attacks. So there's her embrace. Get away, back away from that AoE as soon as you see her lean forward and kind of grab the head of the spider there. So that's the lava attack. Stay close to the head. And some more lava. And there's her embrace. Get away from the AoE. I'm going to use that as an opportunity to heal up. Stay close to the spider's head. You see most of those sword attacks are going to miss you. Well, that one did hit me, but that's fine. Most of them do miss. And I don't really need to top off, but I'm going to top off health here. So you see that first one I tend to roll through. Stay close to the head. And that's the stomp attack. Get away from the front legs for that. That will do a significant amount of damage if it doesn't one-shot you. He's almost dead. I might not be far enough away. I barely got away from that one. From that AoE. So roll through the first sword swipe. Stay close to the head and you'll be good. One more hit. Ah, she backed away. All right. That was too far away for that one. There's a lava spit. But Quelaag is dead. So that is Quelaag. So I think the majority of that fight really is positioning. But once you kind of get that down, the fight becomes fairly routine. We get 20,000 souls, got the soul of Quelaag and twin humanities. As with the soul of the Moonlight Butterfly, the soul of Quelaag could be used later in the game to convert to boss weapons. So you can get Quelaag's Fury Sword or the Chaos Blade from that. And those are both weapons that you're going to need for the weapons trophy in this game. So if you are going for trophies and achievements, do not consume Quelaag's soul for the souls. Save it because you're going to need it for those weapons, and actually it's going to require this playthrough and her soul from the new game plus playthrough, because you're going to need 2 of those souls to get both of the weapons for the trophy. Don't care about trophies, go ahead and consume the soul, you'll get extra souls. So, we have just rung the second Bell of Awakening, and that was our first main task that was given to us by an NPC at the very beginning of the game. The Crestfallen Warrior said to ring the 2 Bells of Awakening, so we have done that now. And as a result, the gates have been lifted to a new area for us. All right, so we get the second Bell of Awakening trophy and a homeward bone for that as well. We go down these stairs. And we have another illusory wall. Right here. I think it is right here. Is it right here? Nope, not right there. Where is it? Right here. There it is. And do not hit this guy. I repeat, do not hit him. Whatever you do, you have to talk to him. He's a friendly NPC. You ask for a new servant, you say yes. So we have an audience with the fair lady. You need to talk to her, the fair lady, to join a covenant. And this will give you a trophy. It will also give you a very good pyromancy. She doesn't speak much. If you chose the Old Witch's Ring as your gift at the beginning of the game, you'll actually, if you equip it, you'll actually be able to understand her dialogue. There is an item that you can trade with Sparkly the Crow, or Snuggly the Crow at the beginning of the game to get the Old Witch's Ring, but we don't have that item yet. So we want to enter her covenant, and she also is a fire keeper, so she can reinforce her Estus Flask as well. So yes, we want to join the covenant. We get the trophy for that. And we want to join the covenant to get the pyromancy, which is required for the all pyromancies trophy. And so to level up her covenant, we have to offer her humanity. This is who we want to offer 30 humanity to, but we are not going to do that until later in the game. So don't do anything yet. Do not offer her humanity yet. Just don't do it. So, let's see. You can, okay, I shouldn't even say this, but you can technically kill her and you get a Firekeeper soul, but then that takes out this this bonfire. You can't level up her covenant. You're going to miss out on rewards for that, and you're going to miss out on a side quest if you kill her, so do not kill her, even though you can. And let's see, we're going to level up endurance here a bit. Going to take our strength up, work it ever so closely to being able to one-hand the Zweihander. And can we fast roll yet? No, but we're getting there. All right, so that's all we're gonna do here. And this guy, so there's actually a parasite. There's some enemies ahead. If we get attacked by them, they kind of inflict an egg on us. And then once that egg hatches, we can talk to him and he'll sell us another pyromancy. We're not gonna do that till later in the game. Just know he kind of becomes a merchant once you do that. So we're gonna run down here. And down here are the enemies. If you let them attack you, they'll implant an egg. And then you have to let that egg grow. Once it grows fully, you can talk to the guy back there. So that lady who is in charge of the Covenant is actually the sister of Quelaag. So she is in very bad condition. If you couldn't tell, her health is abysmal. She can hardly move. And so the only way she survives is by humanity, by giving her humanity. And that's why, you know, humanity is the item that levels up her covenant. So just kind of go this way while I talk about stuff. This is going to take us to our next boss, by the way. And so Quelaag is there to kill trespassers and take their humanity and feed them to her sister so her sister can survive. So I mentioned the sisters are two of the so Quelaag and the Fair Lady are two of the daughters of Chaos. This next boss is the Ceaseless Discharge. This is actually their brother. And so what happened was, you see this entire place is infested with lava. This is Lost Easily. And so their mother actually tried to create a different flame. So you know this is the age of fire, so they wanted their own flame. What happened was the mother lost control of the flame, and it overtook this entire area. It turned their daughters into demons and their brother into a demon who were about to fight. And that's kind of the general gist of it. So what we're about to come across is called the Ceaseless Discharge. He's the reason why this place is flooded with lava, because it literally is. He literally is a ceaseless discharge of lava. And as such, he is in an enormous amount of pain as a result. So we're going to see him over here. There he is. He's not going to attack us yet. So what we're going to do is, this is not a glitch, but it is an Easter egg, I would say, and it is an easy way to kill him, because normally we would not be strong enough to kill him, but it is an easier way to kill him. And if we pull this off, we're going to get 20,000 souls for doing it. So this is the armor set of one of his sisters, not Quelaag, not the Fair Lady. This is another sister, Quelana. This is her armor set. And if we dare, he is like, this is the one thing that is, he's in an enormous amount of pain. This is the one thing that is giving him comfort, is this memory of his sister, of his long lost sister that they fear has been killed a long time ago. So if you take this set, he's going to immediately aggro, and we need to run all the way back to the fog gate. So take this, he aggroes, go all the way back to the fog gate. He's going to try to slam us, but once he does that, run as fast as you possibly can. He's going to blast us with fire, but, you know, heal through it if we do get hit by the fire. We're just running straight back to the fog gate. And there he is in our kind of behind us, but just keep running. He's going to blast us with fire eventually, most likely. If he doesn't, we're very... There it is. So once he blasts you with the fire, heal, and then keep going. Keep going all the way back. And we're actually going to be able to kill him in one hit. And this is not a glitch. This is, as I said before, it's actually an Easter egg. This is design. This is by design. So you want to lure him all the way back here towards the fog gate. And he is mad because we basically took the one form of comfort that he has remaining. One thing that eases his suffering just a bit. So we get back to the fog gate. What he does is he throws his hand down, hit his hand a couple times. And at this point, there is no risk. But what happens is you hit his hand, he falls off, and he's dead. So that is a Ceaseless Discharge. So, since we've killed the Ceaseless Discharge, all this lava that has surrounded the area that he was basically, this lava lake that he was filling up with his discharge of lava, is now rescinded, and it actually opens up a new area. This is an area for much later in the game, so we're going to come back to it. We're not going to explore it yet, but it is now open because we have killed the Ceaseless Discharge. We have ended his suffering in his way, but yes, this is the brother of the Fair Lady, the covenant that we, the leader of the covenant that we just swore ourselves to, and of Quelaag. And there's a lot to this whole backstory with the Chaos sisters and the mother, which we're going to encounter later in this whole area, the daughters of Chaos, all that. A lot of lore. And we're going to get into more of it as we actually explore this area, Lost Easily, much later in the game. But it is quite an intricately woven web. So thing is you might die doing what we just did. If you die, you can actually still pull it off. Many think that if you die during that attempt that you can't do the trick that we just did. That is not correct. If you do die, there is a way to do it. And basically what it entails is even though you've already picked up the armor set of the lost sister, the one that they think is dead, and we'll just read the item description. It's the gold hem set. And it says, worn by the witch Quelaag of Ceaseless, mother of pyromancy and daughter of chaos. So she's one of the daughters of chaos. She wore this gold hem black cloak even before the age of fire, and it offers strong resistance versus fire, poison, and other perils. So this belongs to Quelaag. We're actually going to run into her later. What I would recommend is if you do die, equip that set to give you extra fire resistance. And then what you have to do is you have to run back to the altar, even though that set is not there. And once you kind of touch the altar, you can run all the way back to the fog gate and do what I just did. The downside is that the Ceaseless Discharge will aggro you right away. If you notice, before, it didn't aggro us until we actually took the armor set away. Actually, wait, we do want to level up there until we took it away. But since we already have the armor set, if you walk in that fog gate again, if you die, he's going to aggro right away. But as I said, you have to run all the way to the altar and all the way back. If you don't do it that way, he's just going to blast you with this fire and then you'll die. You can't just wait by the fog gate right when you enter it. So what I'll do is actually I've recorded myself doing the run back after a death, showing you how to do it. So I'll actually splice that into the end of this video in case you need it to demonstrate how to do it after you've already died. So that might help you. So let's see, I can take my strength up to 24. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just so I can one-hand the Zweihander if need be. And then the remaining levels for the time being are going to be focused on endurance and vitality. That takes us up to level 42. Pretty solid. I'm actually going to use the Drake Sword going back through Blighttown, because we do have to go through Blighttown to get back up to where we're going next. And I figure we'll just use the Drake Sword. It's just going to be easier temporarily until we upgrade the Zweihander to where we want it to be, because we're still at +2, and the Zweihander will be much better once we've upgraded it a few times. We got to go back up through Quelaag's lair. But yeah, pretty interesting to think about the relations of these characters, how their stories intertwine, how Quelaag is literally here to farm humanity for her sister who's dying and needs the humanity to survive. And then Quelaag, the sister, the other sister, which we'll learn more about later. And just the Chaos Flame in general is very interesting to me. And the Chaos Flame is the source of pyromancy in this game as well. And there are weapons that are based off of Chaos. There are Chaos weapons, and those actually scale off of your humanity. So if you're using a Chaos weapon, the higher your held humanity, the more damage that Chaos weapon's going to do. So you can tell that oh, geez. I was not paying attention there. The characters who, you know, in this area who are preoccupied with chaos also crave humanity. And if you have a weapon that is based off of chaos, your humanity increases the potency of that weapon. So pretty cool to think about all that. I'm going to kill this chaos bug, and let's see. I'm going to cure my poison. Clump. So this area is a bit dangerous. We actually, I shouldn't have used that yet, because I'm going to rest at this bonfire just in case we die here. It'll be much closer if we respawn at this bonfire as opposed to the one back by the fair lady, Quelaag's sister. So rest here because it's a much closer run back if we do happen to die here. We do want our spider shield back on because there are going to be toxic glow dart guys that we're going to encounter, and we want our spider shield on for that. If you stay towards the edge, you should be able to avoid. Dang it, that guy, Should be able to avoid the poison buildup, but this chaos bug happened to block my path forward, so I was stuck in the swamp. I couldn't get back on dry land quickly enough. But that's fine. So this area is tricky. It is very easy to lose your footing and fall to your death. So just be careful. So what we need to do is we need to ride this water wheel up. So kind of wait till there's a platform right below you that you can just kind of walk off to. You're going to want to ride this water wheel all the way up to where you're literally standing on top of the water wheel. And just once you're on top of it, just walk off to this platform. And you're going to want to go... Oh, my camera just freaked me out there. I want to go up this ladder. And there are mosquitoes here to drive you nuts. And I'm going to use my bow. Go. It's chaos bug. Whoop. I can hit him. There we go. Go up here, and this is where you're gonna need to put your shield up because there's gonna be toxic dart guys pretty much immediately. And I am gonna put these blooming moss clumps back on because there's one spot where it's all but impossible to actually not get hit. So shield up. Here we go. Here's where the fun begins. Wait for him to start to melee you. And then we got this guy behind him that can also hit. So yeah, so it's important to... There we go. Got it. We got this mosquito down here, and the camera is like seriously not cooperating at all. There we go. So shield up. And really what you want to do is you just want to run full steam ahead. Here's our next poison dart guy. Got a blooming from him. And this is where it's really tricky. See, that guy's across that gap. The only way to get across that is to jump. And so if you're going to get him, you have to be very crafty with arrows. And yeah, see, we just got hit. So it's best just to leave it at this point. Kill him with your arrows. And while we have toxic, before we heal it, there's actually another one we need to get. You see how toxic, how quickly it drains your HP. I mean, it's pretty absurd. So we're gonna go over here, get the last blow dart guy. I'm gonna use an Estus real quick just so I don't run out of health. So we'll get this guy while we're at it, while we're still toxined. Okay, if I can hit him, that would be great. Keep hitting the wall. There we go. Finally. Jeez. I'm getting tons of bloomings from these guys. They don't always drop the blooming, but... Alright. Another one down there. Normally, he's up top still. I don't know why he's down on the ground, but... Can I get him? Probably not. Let's see. Yeah, I just got toxic again. Dang it. Keep an eye on your health if you get toxic, just to heal when you need to. Okay. I don't know why he was down on the ground. Normally they're all up top, I think. Alright, so go around this way for an item. There are a bunch of red dogs down here, so be careful because, well, they don't seem all that threatening at first. If they gang up on you, it really can be deadly. I'm going to try to plunge attack this first one. Oh, he ran away from me. Of course he did. Yeah, this is bad. This is really bad. I'm going to climb up because that got me in a really bad situation. So best to regroup and try again. I'm gonna top off my health completely. Now they're all like in that corner, so a plunging attack might actually be a good thing to do now that they're all like trying to climb up that ladder. Boom! Look at that. That was perfect. Huh. Can't think of a better way to handle those guys. Got a couple more over here, and this is gonna be a Firekeeper soul for us. These guys are so deceptively deadly. Got a Firekeeper soul that'll help us level up our Estus flask just a bit. And really, there's no need to go this way and kill these guys, but dang it, why am I not hitting them? I keep swinging and missing, and it's causing me problems. Oh my gosh. You see how much of a problem these guys are. I'm not joking. There we go. Jeez. Those last ones I don't even need to kill because there's not even anything down here, but for whatever reason, I just feel compelled to get rid of all the enemies. Heal up. We're going to climb back up the ladder. So yeah, this area especially is very tricky just with all the blow dart guys, but I think we have officially killed all of the toxic blow dart guys, and as I've said, they don't respawn, which is the best part. Once you get them once, you've got them for good. Now we got to go up to the very top. Some chaos bugs up here. What we can do is we can drop down here. That's what we're gonna do. So roll this chaos bug. Don't fall off the edge. Ooh, that was close. More mosquitoes. These guys I'm gonna take out with the bow because they're up top, and the higher up ones I just don't have the range with my melee weapon to get those. So what we want to do is we want to follow this path all the way down here, and there should be a ladder. Oh yeah, the ladder's over here, and then we want to go all the way over. Drop. Watch your footing. Up this chaos bug. I'm gonna go on and kill him so he doesn't cause problems. Okay, so here we have the Crimson set as well as the Catalyst, and here we have a sorcery remedy, and this is required for the sorcery trophy. And I believe it cures poison and things like that if you have the intelligence to use it. So this is the way back across. This branch is deceptively tricky to get across. You have to run across, as I say, with conviction. If you try to just shimmy across carefully, it's likely that you'll fall, and you really have to be careful to follow the contours of the branch. If you're afraid of dying, you might as well just use a homeward bone and then climb back up normally, because I think it's, in my opinion, easier to climb back up than it is to go across this branch. And if you try to go across this branch and fail, your souls are going to be in a rather precarious position to try to recover. So do this at your own risk. Homeward bone may not be a bad idea, but I'm going to try to go across this. I have fallen off this branch before. As I said, yeah. It is tricky, and it should not be so, but it is. So back up we go, I guess. Sorry about that, guys, but you know, Dark Souls gonna Dark Souls, and especially Blight Town gonna Blight Town, so there's nothing we can do about that, unfortunately. So had you homeward boned, you'd be doing this anyways. And at no risk of needing to get your souls back at that. So you'd have your souls with you still too. So moral of the story, probably better just to homeward bone because that bridge sucks. It really sucks. There's no way to sugarcoat it. And now I am gonna have to you know, get back on the wrong side of the bridge to try to get my souls back, and then get across the bridge again. Because yeah. And if I fall again, I literally am just gonna cut that part out of the video, the second run back, because you guys don't need to see me going back to my souls twice. That's gonna add no value to this walkthrough, and is really just gonna eat up runtime. So if it happens again, that is what I will do, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. That was close. All right, these stupid mosquitoes. I've only got 3 arrows left. All right. Is history going to repeat itself? We will soon find out. All right, here are my souls, and take 2. All right, we made it this time. Perfect. Yeah. So, as I said, might be just a better idea to homeward bone if you don't trust your footing on that bridge. That bridge is probably like 1 out of every 5 times I fall off, something like that. And it's for no good reason. It just happens sometimes. But it is a little bit dicey. Get all the way to the top of these ladders. Here's where we rolled off before, but now we're going to go up to the very top. Let's see. Next ladder. I'm going to heal up real quick. So in here we have the key to New Londo Ruins, which, you know, this will unlock a door that the master key unlocks anyways. I've actually showed you guys this door before, though I did not open it. I said there's a soul item right behind it if you have the master key. And if you didn't have the master key, here's how you would do it, is you'd need that key to New Londo Ruins. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. I meant to just standard attack them with the 2-hand, not use the special. So just since I use that, I need to do a quick durability check. Okay, yeah, we're still good on durability. All right, so these guys, I've got 1 arrow left. There's 2 of them right next to each other, and you don't want to fight both of them at the same time. So use an arrow, throwing knife, whatever you have at your disposal to lure one of them over at a time. You don't want to be fighting both of these guys. And the old backstab routine or parries, whatever you want to do. Whoop. Go. First one. And the second one. Beat him to the punch. All right, so we are now in the Valley of the Drakes. Be careful, don't run off the edge there. We do need to cross this bridge. Watch your footing. And I think this was the very first episode. I said there's a soul item behind this gate. I wasn't going to get it because I didn't want to get something that y'all without the master key didn't have access to. That's the soul item. And this is the gate that I didn't open right here. So this takes us to New Londo Ruins, which of course, if you connect the dots, will take us back up to Firelink Shrine. Man, I am mad I took that fall death right as I was talking about it. It's just that bridge is just so sketchy. And it does get me from time to time. Gonna throw my Grass Crest shield back on. Take this back up to Firelink. Now I did mention that I was taking my intelligence up to level 10. If you don't do that, Griggs will not sell you any sorceries. And there are 2 sorceries that you can only get from Griggs if you do want the all sorceries trophy. So we're actually about to buy those. And again, if you don't want the trophy or the achievement, if you don't care, then don't buy these sorceries unless it's for your build. We're going to reinforce our Estus Flask. We got the Firekeeper Soul, so now we're at Estus Flask +2. And next we're going to talk to Griggs. Well, first we'll talk to him. We rang the second bell. Yes, we did, because we're awesome.
This is no laughing matter. Maybe.
The thing you said you didn't think we would be able to do, we did it. Okay. So Griggs is going to be over here. So the 2 spells that he sells and only he sells, say yes.
I am well then.
And again, he'll only sell stuff to you if you're at sorcery level 10, which we did just put a level into sorcery for that purpose. So we want to buy Oral Decoy and Fall Control. So here's Oral Decoy. And I mean, they're relatively cheap, not too bad. All these other spells we're going to be able to get from Big Hat Logan later. So these are the only ones that are exclusively from him. So let's go ahead and buy those.
All right. That'll do it. May we meet again.
And now we are going to talk to the Pyromancer, Laurentius, that we set free in the depths. And he is over here. Whoops, that's Framped. Here he is. And I would say, do not talk to Framped, because there's something else that we're going to do later that talking to Framped could knock you out of. I believe you can talk to him now, but just to be safe, just don't talk to him. Just don't talk to him, just to be safe.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely. I have my Pyromancy of the Great Swarm, so... Oh, yeah. By the way, I can sell it. I think you have a knack for it. All you need is the material. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you find the magic's unsavory.
Answer no, we don't find the magic's unsavory.
Wonderful. I'm sure that they'll be of some use. Here, first.
So he gives us a Pyromancy Flame. This is what you need to cast Pyromancies. So Pyromancy Flames, Pyromancies specifically, I should say, do not scale off of any one stat. They don't scale off of your intelligence. They don't scale off of your faith or your strength or whatever. Pyromancies scale off of the level of your Pyromancy Flame. So what we're going to do here is he has 2 Pyromancies that he sells that only he sells. So those would be Iron Flesh and Flash Sweat. So go ahead and buy those if you're going for the all Pyromancies trophy. If you're not, don't worry about buying these. It's not really worth it. All these other ones we're going to be able to get from a different Pyromancy merchant later. But for a side quest, what we have to do is we have to level up our Pyromancy Flame to +10 to get another NPC to show up that we need to show up because she sells Pyromancies that you need for the trophy. Since you have to level up the Pyromancy Flame to +10 for this NPC to show up, I am actually going to equip the Pyromancy Flame and use Pyromancies as part of my build because it would be a waste to level up the Pyromancy Flame to +10 and then not use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop a few soul items here. I'll do a soul of a large soul, do all 3 of these. And then, let's see, I'll do 2 of these. That should be enough, but we'll see. And I'm going to go ahead and level up my flame to +6. Not all the way to +10. We'll get to +10 later, but for now we'll get it to +6, and that'll greatly enhance the impact of Pyromancy, because we are going to equip 1 right away. So modify equipment, pyromancy flame. We're gonna take it up to +6. Yeah, so it's at +5. This will take it to +6. There we go. All right. We will get to +10 eventually, but +6 will do for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the pyromancy flame. I'm going to take off the bow, actually, to put on the pyromancy flame +6. And we're going to rest. And we're going to attune magic. So this is actually going to require us to take off the heal spell, at least temporarily, because what I want to equip now is Great Chaos Fireball. We got that from joining the Fair Ladies Covenant, Quelaag's sister, and this takes 2 slots to equip. So you see that below pyromancy where it says 2, this means it takes 2 slots to equip. So it's going to eat up both of our slots, so we cannot equip heal. If you remember, we brought our attunement up just a bit ago to have those 2 slots. Great Chaos Fireball, very cool. So to use it, you put on your pyromancy flame, and since it's on our right hand, hit R1 to throw it. We have 4 of them. But this is a really good spell that does a kind of a broad damage, has an AoE, and has kind of a lasting damage effect with the lava that gets placed on the floor temporarily. Very cool spell. So another NPC that's here now that I want to point out is Rhea. And she doesn't really do much now, but she will be important later. So you see these clerics over here. This is the first one that we bought the heal spell from earlier in the game. She's got her bodyguards.
You look. Times are grim.
And they're not. They're kind of insulting to us. They're not very cool, but do not attack them, as cheeky as they may be. And this is Rhea. She's on a mission, and we are going to run into her later. So just leave her be for now. And you remember that merchant who was at the bottom of the depths? He has moved now. I'm going to show you his new location, which is somewhat important. So his new location is right by where we got the Ring of Sacrifice. The very beginning of the game before we even went to the Undead Bird. It's on this bridge. You have to jump over to it. Remember the jump. Jump over here. I'm gonna go behind these 2 columns carefully so you don't fall. And this is his new location. And I believe if you don't already have the master key, if you didn't start the game with it, you can purchase the master key from him, I think. Yes, see here you can purchase the master key for 5,000 souls. If you don't already have the master key, I highly, highly, highly recommend buying it if you're going for all achievements, because it will help you enormously in New Game Plus to skip large parts of the game so you don't have to go through the whole thing to get the stuff you need for the achievements. So purchase it if you don't have it already. And it doesn't have anything right now, but later on in the game, he's going to sell boss armor as well. For certain bosses that we kill, he will sell their armor. Actually, well, now that I think of it, I do want to pick up another, pine resin. I'm going to get this just to replenish my stock. Go back around. Make the jump again. Go. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go back down to the Valley of the Drakes. And the reason why I didn't do this before was because we're gonna fight an enemy that is a little bit risky to fight. And if he killed us, we'd spawn all the way at that bonfire back down at Blighttown. If he kills us now, we'll respawn right here at this bonfire, which is a much closer walk. So this is just kind of for safety. We could have done this before, but it's much safer to do it this way. Just in case we die. So we're gonna go down the elevator. Back through that gate that we just opened up a short bit ago. And this is going to take us to our first zombie dragon. And he's guarding 2 weapons that we need for the weapons trophy. And a soul item. I think if you get the soul item first, it doesn't wake him up. If you get either of the 2 weapons, it wakes him up immediately. So this is the zombie dragon. And I think the first 2 closest to us are the weapons, and the one furthest away is the soul item. I'm going to test this out. This is the soul item. Yeah, the soul item does not wake him up. But if you get either of these, it wakes him up. Straight sword and the dragon crest shield. Those are the 2 that you need for the trophy. And you see, he just took a swipe at us. That's why I said it's safest to do this after you've rested at the Firelink bonfire. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our Great Chaos Fireball to good use. And that's kind of just poison spit. If you're in there, if you're in the radius, you'll take some poison buildup. So we're going to put our Great Chaos Fireball to use, take a decent bit of his HP just from using this. We're going to use all 4 of the casts, and the rest of the damage we're going to do is just melee. So when he's doing his spit, you can easily run up to his claw and hit his claw. Now, what you're at risk of if you're right next to his claw is his claw swipe. So you want to kind of back away for his claw swipe, wait for him to do his poison, because when he's doing his poison, his claw is going to be on the ground. And then I just kind of rolled through that a bit. He's doing his poison, so he's leaving his claw open. Kind of drop back, let him do his poison again, and this is the best way to kill him. He does his claw swipe, run back. Should kill him here. Make sure you don't fall off the edge, by the way. Oh, claw swipe, dang it. Go back away. Almost killed me there. That would have been tragic if he had killed me there. He had like 1 hit left. All right, so killing him, get a few thousand souls and a dragon scale. So now we're going to head back to the new area that we've unlocked from ringing both bells of awakening. And we're going to visit our friend Andre the blacksmith on the way. And we're going to level up our Zweihander as much as we can possibly level it up. Which should be at least, I would think, +7, hopefully. Back up the elevator. And of course, the quickest way back to Andre is going to be the elevators to the cathedral. At the back of Firelink Shrine. So yeah, got a couple bosses in this episode, and the back half is more just like setup and configuration type stuff to get us ready for the next part, which the next part, the next level that we're going to is, I would say, a step up in difficulty. So we definitely want to make sure that we're in the best shape we can possibly be for it. So the stuff that we're doing now will pay dividends. Leveling up that, the Pyromancy Flame, equipping the Pyromancy, leveling up our Zweihander, killing the dragon, all that stuff is going to help us out. So yeah, from killing the dragon there, we got the Astoria Straight Sword and the Dragon Crest Shield. Both of those are required for the weapons trophy. Through here. Might as well kill these guys and hope for a Titanite shard drop. If we could be so lucky, that would be awesome. Nope. So that means we're gonna have to buy some Titanite shards. So our Zweihander is at +2, which means we're gonna need 7 Titanite shards to bring it all the way up to +5. And we already have some large shards, which is gonna take it above +5. Make sure you rest at this bonfire, because it is where we're going to want to respawn if we die in the next area. Or we're going to go to in the next episode, actually. But for now,
I could. Why not?
we want to give him the large ember. This will allow him to ascend weapons past +5. Then we can actually give him the Divine Ember as well.
Lives might you like. Well, you've made
Okay, so we're going to need to purchase items. Titanite shards, we're going to need 7, so we need 3 more.
don't get
We need to eat some souls here. I'm just kind of guessing because it doesn't tell you the quantity. I'm just gonna use 3 of these. That might be too much or too little. We'll see. Just to make sure, I've got 4. I need 3 more.
well. Need
And eventually, we're gonna start leveling up our bow as well, but not yet. A reinforced weapon. We got a Zweihander. Take it to +3. Take it to +4. And +5. So we'll see that we can't level it up anymore. What we have to do now is have to go to modify equipment and go to Zweihander, and this ascends it to +6. Now we go back to reinforce and we can take it up higher. We don't have the souls to do it, but we have large Titanite shards, so we are going to pop another soul item to make sure we can level it up as high as we possibly can until we run out of shards. See, I'll use 3 of these.
well. Need
Whoop. Weapon. I think this is +7, +8, and +9. So as Zweihander +9, we need 2 more larges to get it to +10. As Zweihander +9, you see our base damage is 247. That is without scaling. So Drake Sword base damage is 200. So our base damage for the Zweihander is already higher than the Drake Sword is by a decent margin. So if we go ahead and throw on the Zweihander, which I need to access bottomless box. I'm going to clean some of this up. I got way too much crap in here. Let's see. Storage tracer we're going to keep because it is a item required or weapon required for the trophy. These broken straight swords I do not need at all. Yeah. We'll just put those in for now. And so if we equip the Zweihander, which we now have the strength for, right? Because we're at 24 strength. We can one-hand it now, which is good. Check out. So our right-hand weapon attack is 342. Compare that to 200 from the Drake Sword. And if we two-hand it, that goes up to 386. So we are going to be doing some pretty crazy damage now with the Zweihander. And yes, we'll get into that in the next episode when we actually start using it for real. So for now, we're going to cut this. This was another bit of a long episode. Had a lot to get through, but we are all set up for the next area of the game. I can't wait to get through it. It's a lot of fun. So hope you guys stick around and we'll see you then. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Take care, everybody.